Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a day that's, well, less than conducive to filming, which is why we're in here. It's also a little bit loud on the roof, but anyway, we will crack on. So before we get on with the main bit of the video, I just want to do a little update on the Moors Memorial Weekend Camp Out, which is coming up at the beginning of December on the weekend of the 3rd and 4th. There is a video, if you check it out, it's there. It's my last video and it gives you some of the details of how you could get involved. We have already started to have a really good response and the word has gone out far and wide. Even as far as Nevada. Thanks very much to Alice, who got in touch. She knew Moors from the Rabbit Stick Rendezvous over in the States, and she's going to be organising something over there. We've also got the guys over in Canada, John MacArthur, Kelly Holton, and they are seeing what they can organise, as well as various people in the UK that I'm also talking to. Now, our one that's happening down in Kent is being hosted by Craig at Black Wolf Survival. His site over near Ashford, which is absolutely stunning. I'm going to be sending out details for that. All those people who got in touch via my email address, which is in the box down below, I will be sending details out of that this week. So you'll get that email, so check your inbox and there should be something in there from me. So that is a little update on that. Now this, quite a few of you will recognise, this is my little Monkey Boy stove, my stealth stove. It's a little project that if you look back in my videos list, you will find how to make these. And these are a great, very simple little recycling project. If you're a regular viewer to the channel, you will know that I use that in conjunction with this, my little USGI mug, complete with the mug stand. And you literally, you light it up, you sit that on over the top, pop your lid on, and it's ideal for getting a brew while you're out on the stove. It's quick, it's easy, there is nothing to go wrong. But a few people got in touch to say, well, I haven't got a USGI mug, I've got one of these. And this doesn't have the little stand. Yes, I could go out and buy a big clumpy one, but they're quite expensive. What do I do? So I looked these up. And indeed, both the Bushcraft store and Self-Reliance Outfitters do sell a stand that fits on the bottom. It's a lot like this one, which is the one for the Self-Reliance Outfitters canteen that I reviewed a couple of years back. The canteen, absolutely brilliant piece of kit. The stand, not so much. It doesn't really work terribly well. The way it distributes the heat isn't particularly efficient. Also, with one of these little burners, if you've got that right down in the bottom, that's quite a bit of space, a little bit too much space in fact, okay, between where the flame comes up. It leaves too much airspace around it. So I thought, well, let's see if we can come up with a low cost, ideally free if we can, way that you can do it at home. Now I know some of you have already spotted it already because it was at the beginning of my previous video, but it's okay. In this I'm going to show you how to make it with all of the dimensions and all of the kit you need. So the first thing you're going to need is one of these, the little stealth stove. As I said, if you go back through my videos, there is a how-to on how you put one of these together, and they are simplicity itself. As well as that, you're also going to need 2 wire tent pegs. Just a little cheapy one, nothing flash, doesn't have to be titanium, just a couple of those ones. You've probably got them kicking around in your kit. As well as that, you're going to want some sort of foil tray. Now, this is a ready meal tray, and these are pretty much ideal. If you haven't got one of these kicking around from a leftover ready meal, You can buy them in a lot of supermarkets. They're down as single use or disposable baking trays, and you can buy great big ones that you can do a turkey in at this time of year, or you can go for the smaller ones. I went for a small one. I think it was from Asda's, and I think I paid about £1, and that was for two. But for this project you only need one. So as far as tools go for this, again, it's simple, and it's probably stuff that you've got at home, with the exception of perhaps one item, and that item is a single hole punch, something that can punch a single hole. I went for one of those. You could just go for poking a hole in it, maybe with a screwdriver. You're also going to need a Sharpie, a ruler, a pair of household scissors, and a rolling pin. Time for this project, well, it doesn't take very long at all. You could probably do it in about 10 minutes. Or you could do it sat at home in these dark winter evenings. Again, it's another one of those projects that you can do in the evenings, ready for when you head out to the woods. Method is very, very easy. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to take your foil tray and your household scissors, and at the corners you're just going to snip each of the 4 corners just down to where that fold is, where the flat, the base of the baking sheet is. With that done, just fold those edges back so it's nice and flat. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along the base, giving you the biggest area that you can. All right, so it's a nice oblong shape that you should end up with. For the next bit, where you're going to need that rolling pin, and that's where the rolling pin comes in, because what you're going to do is place your foil tray onto a flat surface, and you're going to push. You're not going to roll, you're going to push your rolling pin against it, and what you're doing is you're ironing out any of the ridges or mouldings that have been set into that aluminium, so it's as flat as it possibly can be. Do it on both sides. That will help get rid of any curves that there are in it and give you a nice smooth surface. Next, taking your Sharpie and your ruler, you're going to measure out an oblong that's going to be 150 millimeters by 270 millimeters. Once you've marked that out, cut that oblong out, so you've now got that piece that is 150 by 270 in dimension. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler, and on the 2 shorter sides you're going to measure down from the long edge 10 mil, and you're going to do that on both sides, and then you're going to draw a line along so that you've got a 10mm line running the length of your piece of aluminium sheet. With that done, you're then going to turn it over and you're going to do the same at the other end. What you're then going to do is, again, on those two shorter sides, you're going to mark down from the top edge 60mm, and then you're going to draw that line along there, so it's 60mm down. Next, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to place it on the line that is 10mm down, and you're then going to fold up the remainder of that edge against the ruler. So you've got a piece that folds up against the ruler that is 10mm high. You're going to fold that up, remove the ruler out the way, and then push that down flat. With that done, you're going to roll it around the other way, and you're going to do the same on the other side. So you folded it up 10mm on each side. Then take your rolling pin again, hold one end and push the rolling pin down. Don't roll it, push it down so that you are forcing those two edges that you've just folded completely flat, so it's nice and smooth. You're going to push it all the way along. Then you're going to use your Sharpie again and your ruler, and on that line that is now run along there, the only line that is left, the one that was 60mm up, in from the edge you're going to mark 40mm and then 80mm. You'll then turn it round, you're going to do the same from the other end, 40mm and then 80mm. Then, using your hole punch, you're going to punch 4 holes into those where you've just put those marks. So you're going to have a hole at 40 and a hole at 80 at both ends. And then, well, we're nearly finished, because what you're then going to do is you're going to take your rolling pin and you're going to roll the foil around the rolling pin so that it rolls up quite nice and tight and it forms around the rolling pin. With that done, just slide it out and it should give you that little coil. So this is it, this is what you end up with. As you can see, I've got my little windshield, I've got my gap running down there for my pot handles on my little cup. In the bottom, I've got the 2 tent pegs which act as my little stove stand, and it's just the right height above my stove so that I'm not wasting any of the heat. It's all going into actually boiling it up, and it's quite a nice little self-contained unit indeed. When I carry mine, well, there it is, with my cup and my water bottle, and my water bottle wrapped around it is the little windshield. The tent pegs, well, that can be stored in next to it as well, and it's a really nice, super compact, super lightweight little system. Ideal for getting a brew on the go, or even for doing meals up. If you're doing boiling the bags, or if you've got dehydrated food and you need a bit of boiling water, this is the way to go. And it cost nothing, and it took no time to make. It's certainly not going to cost you the 14 or 15 quid that the Bushcraft store is going to sting you for that slightly dodgy, heavy stainless steel windshield thing that fits on the bottom. So there you go, a super simple little project that you can do if you are one of the people that uses either of these ones. As I said, they seem to be a bit of a standard in Bushcraft. I think pretty much everybody has either got a Bushcraft store version or one of the Reliance Outfitters versions. And how long did that take? No time at all. I haven't speeded it up for the video. It really is that quick to make, and in use it is very, very simple to put together, and it works extremely well. So there you go. It's a really good little project for those winter evenings that you can do sat indoors, ready for the next time you head out into the woods. And it doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't take any time. You're recycling stuff. Why would you not have a go? If you enjoyed this video, and I really, really hope you did, then remember to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you check out down below in my little description box, you'll find some links to my social media, so Instagram, Facebook, etc. You'll also find a link over there to my Etsy shop. Head over there, there are some of my little embroidered Greencraft patches. There's also going to be a load of my EDC light pouches. They're about to come back up on the shop. I've also just cut another 15 of the guide haversack, so keep your eyes on the shop. Obviously, if you want to get in there first to make sure that you do get one, then check out my Patreon link again in the description box, and all we do is pay a little fee and we get a heads up when that new stuff is coming in. You also get a discount on any of it. Also down there you will find my email address. Email me if you want any details about the Moors Memorial weekend, and particularly if you want to come over to our one that we are doing in Kent, then please drop me an email and I will send out details of that event this weekend, this week coming. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe.